Hi, I'm Nate Lucas, your host for the Kentucky Kernel Podcast, the University of Kentucky's very own student-led, award-winning newspaper. Today I'm joined by my co-host, Giana Gallo. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Hi, everyone. I'm Giana Gallo.
All right, and this episode, we're joined by two students who live together in a Try-It dorm. Try-It is a new way to live at UK, where you're put in a suite-style room with another roommate and share a bunk bed. We'll talk about their start to the school year, their experience with Try-It so far, and if they'll do it again. Then we'll finish off with scoops out of the litter. Quick disclaimer, the opinions expressed on this podcast are the speaker's own and do not represent the opinions held by the Kentucky Kernel. All right, let's go. All right, hey guys, do you mind introducing yourself?
I'm Tyler Thurman.
I'm Xander Boak.
And can you guys tell us your majors, your year, and where you're from?
My major is computer science. I'm a freshman, and I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
My major is mathematics. I'm a freshman and from Louisville, Kentucky, just like you.
And then how did you all meet?
Like middle school, I'd say 7th grade, 8th grade.
Okay.
We go back.
Yeah. And what dorm are you guys living in this year?
We live in Ball Hall.
Ball Hall.
Okay. And is Ball Hall, where is that on campus?
It's Central Campus. It's right next to Willie T, close to the 90.
Can you all tell us your experience choosing UK?
Yeah, so I chose UK because, I know a large majority of my classmates were going there, and it was just the best option financially. And I knew they had a great computer science program. So everything so far has been great. The teachers, the professors have been wonderful, and the resources have been really nice.
Yeah, UK is like, they say it's like huge, of course. But just the fact that there's so many people and it's just such a gigantic space that really alerted me to the UK and wanting to go there. And as you said, a lot of other people are going there. It just kind of seemed like the obvious choice.
And did you both tour UK or you just applied?
I toured, but it wasn't like I tried to do an official tour, but we missed it, so I just kind of walked around on my own, and I really didn't see a lot of campus.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I toured myself, and it was good.
Yeah. Do you, Xander, do you remember what dorm you saw because you toured Hagen, or what dorm room do you remember seeing?
Well, to be honest, we skipped that part and we left early. So we were like, I'll just see what happens, when the time comes.
Yeah.
I skipped every other part, but I did go to the dorm portion, and they showed me one, and it was Lewis.
Gotcha. And what did that layout look like?
It was just the 2-room kitchen area, 1 bathroom dorm setup.
So did you think it was nice? Did you think
it
looked bad? Yeah.
I thought it was incredible compared to other colleges.
Yeah, because UK, I feel like they have a pretty good reputation of their dorms being really nice. I remember my freshman year, I had my dorm at UK with the suite, 2-person suite, and then I would go see my friends in Cincinnati because a lot of my friends went there, and their dorms were just like atrocious. It was literally like a prison, like no joke.
Yeah. Cinder block walls.
The stairs were horrible, and I got my bathroom all to myself, so I was like, yeah. I scored. I made the right choice.
Yeah, I think UK really that's what sold me on UK was the dorms. The fact that I was an 18-year-old college girl with my own room, my own bathroom. I had my own space compared to other colleges. It was unlike any other. And, for me, my sister has cinder block walls at her university, and I love the drywall. But even when I remember touring at UK, and I remember seeing all the different options that they offered, and I really enjoyed that. I loved that aspect of it too.
Yeah, my sister goes to WKU. She's a few years older, and I always will remember moving her in, and I was like shocked at how the situation, her dorm, the cinder block and close quarters, just 2 beds. So like this touring Lewis was like seemed too good to be true because it was like I never expected a college could provide this for their freshmen.
So let's get talking to your dorm. You guys live in Triad, so tell me about your experience so far.
So I think it might be a little bit unique to me and Tyler because we've known each other for so long. For me, it's mostly been positive. Like the close proximity, sometimes it can be kind of comforting. But I think depending on, different people, it could be a real gamble because, it's people you don't know and it's just so close. And it's also kind of an odd sort of ratio because you're living with 3 people, but because it's only one other person who you're sharing your room with, then there is this sort of not necessarily awkward, but it is sort of awkward relationship with the other third roommate where they have their own isolated room and then it's, you're apart from them. But for me, it's been enjoyable, especially because, me and Tyler are great friends and, yeah.
Does it feel like a sleepover every night for you guys?
Honestly,
no.
yeah.
No. No, that's fantasy right there.
You're not throwing pillows at each other every night?
No pillow
Oh,
fights.
she got us. We actually do.
Yeah, we have
every
gossip
night.
time. But
Feathers everywhere.
we watch movies like very frequently, and we stay up talking, and it's fun. It's
we
nice.
kick our legs back.
Yeah,
and chat about gossip and boys.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with the sort of awkwardness because obviously we are literally so close to each other, sleeping there, spending so much time together, just talking, and this could also be just our situation. With our third roommate, he's a super friendly guy and he's super cool, but it's just the fact that he has his own separate room that we don't know when he's going to come out, so it's just hard to be with him nearly as much.
Yeah, I get that. I remember my experience with my dorm my freshman year with that 2-person suite. It did feel isolating at times. So and when I would visit other people's dorms, it would kind of be the same way. The roommate could be in their room, but they just wouldn't come out. They had that door separating them and stuff. So do you guys feel like you're almost like on a team, like against him? Like
Definitely not against him.
Yeah.
But it is definitely like, especially because we've known each other for so long that we're just sort of a package deal right now because the one room, and so like whenever we go out to get groceries or something, it'll be like us getting groceries or like him getting groceries, but usually not all 3.
And were you told that you were going to live in a triad, or was this something that sprung upon you?
Yeah, I was told probably like a month, or whenever we had to sign up for the dorm rooms, I was told maybe a week before that date that I'm probably going to have to get a triad.
Gotcha.
I was told because my mom has been on like the Facebook groups and she just saw that nobody was getting the suites. So
yeah, we had the choice also with like the quad, I think, or
yeah, like I think there was maybe like one open left whenever we had the window that was just the 4 beds in one room.
yeah, the whole window thing, that was kind of stressful.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was in your guys' window.
Yeah.
And there was no more suites left.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it worked. I thought that they had filled it up like, I didn't think that they were drafting people. I thought that it was like people were opting in to do it.
No,
not at all.
No,
Wow.
you basically, if you had a certain, if it was farther enough, then everybody's going to pick the good. Well, everybody's going to pick the good rooms, quotation marks. But so we just were at a time frame when a lot of that was taken. So.
And I really don't think we didn't submit our applications late by any means.
No.
It was like October, I think. And I think that's definitely, like at least average. So we just got a really late window, and that just happened to put us in the triad room.
Yeah, that stinks. I applied in like May for UK, so I definitely would be living in a triad if I was your guys' year right now. I was gonna ask you guys like what made you choose a triad before, but I guess that's out of the window now.
No,
So-
yeah, not a choice.
did they like you guys were already together in the system? I'm trying to remember how it works. So yeah, you all were already like attached in the system, so it knew to put you all in to try it together.
Yeah,
right?
I think
Okay.
I had submitted first, so I like put us in a group.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we did have the option to separate the group.
Yeah.
Like just to put ourselves in a separate one and then leave the other person hanging. But
And your third roommate is a random assignment?
yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
random.
And obviously I can't really remember the housing application process either. Were you able to select the room that like A or B that you lived in? Or was it random as well?
We were able to select that, but all of the tri-dorms already had like the single rooms filled.
Oh, I see.
So it just
Popular
had to be
demand.
the B bunk bedroom.
Yeah. So getting into the bunk bed, what are some methods you guys use to like create more space in your room?
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
biggest thing is the beds and the ladder and the
The ladder.
desks are all lined together, so there's like no walking space. So the biggest thing is honestly just the ladder. We have to move it like many, many times a day
Yeah.
to get by and like get to our desk or get into our bed.
Yeah.
And so our strategy was to use like a command strip, like the Velcro one, and try to just attach the ladder to a different spot, sort of like out of the way. But the ladder is just too heavy; it just falls, and
Oh, wow.
it's so annoying.
Yeah, because when the ladder's positioned so you're supposed to be able to climb it, it's like diagonal, and
Yeah.
it just that
Takes up
diagonal
so
takes up
much
so
room.
much space.
Yeah.
Especially because
I see.
the two desks, there's the two desks and the two chairs, which are just, so it's like that whole space is basically it's a wall that's made by the ladder. So we have to tilt it back.
And I'm curious about the common area. I know for me and my roommate, we it's just me and her, and it's very easy to divvy up, your side, my side for the vanity and for the kitchenette. What about you guys? Like with 3 people, that's kind of hard to decipher. This is my shelf, this is your shelf. What do you guys do to divvy that up?
Yeah, I got there first, so I was sort of like, I can figure this out. But I gave for one of the like countertops with the sinks, like where to brush your teeth and stuff. There's 4 drawers. I gave 1 drawer for me, 1 drawer for Xander, and then 2 for Ahmed, our third roommate. And then the other area, it was just like the kitchen sink area. I just did like half me and Xander, half Ahmed.
Oh, it's very generous.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make him feel like, this is all of our stuff and you have to just fit in, because I knew he'd be the last one coming. So
I see. What do you think the biggest pro and the con is to living in a triad?
Well, for now, the biggest pro is just it's like a forced, not forced, but it's really meant to enforce that cohesion between you and your roommate. And so whether or not you like it, like there's somebody's going to be there,
Yeah.
At least that's one pro I can think of right now.
it's really, it's a really good feeling just to know, like, if I've had a hard day or something, I'll go back and then Xander will be in bed or like watching a movie and we can just talk and like hang out, and that's definitely a pro.
Yeah. Do you think that you all would have been lonely if you guys had done the suite? Do you think that there would be some disconnect between you guys right now?
Yes, I think if we had separate rooms, then it would definitely have changed a lot of the ways that we live, that we live together.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be a lot more tempted to like be a hermit in my room, sort of.
Yeah.
A lot of the.
I know
lot
that
of
happens to a
hours.
lot of roommate pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody just goes and they hermits
Yeah.
and they hermit, and then you just get those bottled up feelings of like anger
Yeah.
and stuff. Like you see one piece of trash and you're like, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
So has your roommate said anything about how he feels living with you guys?
Not to my knowledge,
Mhm.
but I hope it's good. I hope it's positive.
Yeah.
I really try.
Yeah.
I'm sure we both really try not to be the guy that's like leaving trash or dishes or clothes.
Loud music.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
How do you guys handle phone calls, sharing a space? Do you guys use the study rooms? Do you
That's
step out
tough.
or?
It is sort of tough. Usually, we'll just use whatever room is not being occupied, but there have been situations where both rooms are just taken. So, awkwardly, I would just be on the phone with my dad, and our conversation would just be completely public, even though my dad didn't know about it. And the phone situation is sometimes tricky.
No, yeah, I just go to the bathroom and just
That's probably.
and I warn people. I'm like, I know you can tell I'm in the bathroom, but this is the only place I can go.
Yeah.
And like I could go in the hallway or like go to some study room, but that's just what I find most convenient.
Mm-hmm. How is the bathroom situation?
It's honestly, I haven't had any issues. I mean, surprisingly, showering, like I don't think I've ever had to wait for like a shower.
Oh, nice.
We just happen to do it at different schedules, so like it's been working out for me.
Very nice.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself when you're getting ready for class, like all three of you at the vanity trying to get ready, or has there ever been a moment like that?
No, it's pretty separate. Usually, if anybody's wake up morning schedule is going to collide, it'll be me and Ahmed, and we'll just kind of brush teeth together. So, nothing negative about that. It's just wholesome.
Yeah, reach across and brush his teeth
Yeah,
with
give me
your
some
toothbrush.
toothpaste.
Yeah.
He flosses for me sometimes, and I floss. No, okay. That's not on record.
Awesome. So I'm curious. There is a reduced cost for the Try It, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so does your roommate get the reduced cost as well? Do you guys know?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't get the
Okay.
reduced costs.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I was just interested in that because, I don't know if, like, random he, like, signed something and he was like, I don't want to try it or whatever. Please don't make me try it.
Well, I feel like I'm so interested to see the, after this year, because Try It's are, new to UK. I'm interested to see at the end of the year what the general consensus is of students that experience this living, because if I was, living with a bunkmate, a random bunkmate, I feel like I'd be pretty jealous of the person that had the room that I saw on the tour. So I'm glad that you guys know each other and are enjoying your little sleepovers every night. And,
Yeah.
but I'm very curious to see if, next year possibly UK would turn the Try It into 4-person dorms.
Yeah. I think me and Xander can count ourselves very lucky in this situation, because I imagine if I was with a random person and we always shower same time in the morning, we have the same time classes, that would just be torture having to deal with that every single day. And if you didn't really like them, then tough luck, But, yeah, and I was also thinking about if the incoming classes just keep getting bigger, are they just going to, do like a quad next and then like quintuple, what are they going to do?
Mm-hmm. So that kind of leads to, would you pick a Try It dorm again?
I don't know. It depends on the options. I think mostly it was just the fact that there weren't many other choices, but it does have benefits, but I would rather pick something different, I think.
Yeah, going into it, I 100% would not have picked a Try It, and now I see it's not as bad as I was thinking with Xander, but I would definitely still prefer a suite situation.
Mm-hmm.
What, obviously UK offers 4 different dorms, like they're everywhere, I feel. Would you want the 2-person with the 1 bathroom, or if there was no Try It's, or erasing Try It's from the mix, what type of dorm room would you guys have picked?
My girlfriend has a really cool room layout. It's 2 beds and then like a median sort of little wall.
Oh, yeah.
And then a bathroom and then 2 others.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that layout's really cool because she has a ton of room, and like whenever she wants to, she can spend as much time with her roommate, and then they can kind of be separate and just lay in their beds whenever they need to. And also you get 2 more people that you can talk to whenever, which is cool.
I'd just like the 2-person suite, but my own room. I mean, yeah, more people might be better, but I'd like it more secluded.
Yeah.
TBH.
I have a real
it's okay,
random
it's
question
fine.
for you guys. How did you decorate your room? Was that like a big thing? No posters, no curtains. What was the thing?
I
Was
brought
there-
quite a few posters,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of them are still just in my drawer because I was expecting Xander to bring a lot. But you didn't bring many, did you?
I brought 0. I was very minimalist in my decoration.
So
Nice.
yeah,
So
but I think the posters are both things we think are cool. So like we'll continue to put it up and personalize it.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, that's what I was going to add. Do you guys want to talk about anything else with the Try It?
I think our perspective is definitely skewed, and I think a lot of students are going to be a lot more angry with their situation and to try it. But it's just us personally. I think we've had a really positive experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recommend it to incoming UK students?
Absolutely not, unless it's somebody like you've been really close friends with.
Yeah. And also, not to honk our horns, but I think some relationships might, decay under the stress of a Try It dorm. So it really requires, it really requires some, I can't think of the word, but, requires
Some
some discipline.
zen.
Some zen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of compromising.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back with Scoops Out of the Litter, where we tell you the most important national news that college students need to know. So our first headline of the week is Utah Senator Mitt Romney retires from the U.S. Senate. And Mitt Romney, did you guys know that he's 76?
No.
No.
He looks great for his age.
Yeah, so I was reading the article about him in The Atlantic, and he looks so great at 76 because he's actually obsessed with how he's going to die. Yeah.
That's
He's-
morbid.
yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Does he know?
He doesn't know how he's going to die, but there was one situation where an airplane flight attendant told him that she saw him in his dreams and he got gunned down at a park. And then he ended up at that park about a day later. And so he just exited it pretty slowly, making sure that he wasn't going to get shot. But yeah, he has that morbid fascination with his own death. So he's constantly on diets and he sunscreens all the time. He doesn't inhale secondhand smoke, it said. Let's go to our next headline. Lauren Boebert kicked out of Beetlejuice musical after vaping and groping her date. And she was singing, right?
Yes, singing and
Yeah.
dancing along to the fantastic musical.
Yes. And she is a House representative. Yes.
Yeah.
Republican for Colorado. Yeah, I just had to look that up. But yeah, I guess that when she heard the title of Beetlejuice, she thought that they meant vape juice because I don't know.
And there was
That
also
was stupid. Sorry.
That's stunk.
nice, Nate. But the best, out of this whole article, there was surveillance video of her putting her hand up to her mouth. And I feel especially in college, college kids trying to hide that so much, and it's
Yeah.
so obvious for everybody that we know you're vaping, and then all of a sudden, right, you see Lauren, put whatever up to her mouth, and then just a huge puff. Of,
Yeah, she was blowing O's. Yeah, she wasn't zeroing it. She was
So-
blowing O's. So
and
it
she
was
completely denied. She's like, oh.
Yeah,
But,
it was
you
it was
kinda know.
fogged from the stage, she said.
I think the best part too is Beetlejuice got a pretty good review because she posted on her social media, "It's true, I did thoroughly enjoy the amazing," in all quotes, "Beetlejuice at the Bell Theater, and I plead guilty to laughing and singing too loud."
Yeah, that's why she got kicked out, not for groping her date.
She was singing, laughing, and laughing too loud.
I feel sorry for her.
She must be a really big Beetlejuice fan.
Right.
Yeah.
She was ready for this musical.
Yeah, seriously. Our last news story, this one is less funny. Illinois law goes into effect today, Monday, that stops cash bail. So no longer will people with misdemeanors that are not repeat offenders, they will no longer have a cash bail. They will no longer be held in jail until their trial date. So what do you guys think of that?
Being a Chicagoan, I am really intrigued because Illinois is the first state to ever do this. So I'm really intrigued to see how this will play out And since we are kind of the guinea pigs of this new law, and I'm just really curious to see if it will succeed and what state might abolish the cash bail next, to see if this will become like a trend or if this will be like Illinois only, or if this will not pan out well at all.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I just want to ask a question. Do you guys know like what the purpose of doing that would be? Because I don't know.
Yeah, so they're removing cash bail because when you have somebody that like just stole something like a petty crime, and they're held in jail, Chicago has basically, or Illinois, I'm sorry, they basically decided that that is negative to their contribution to society if they're held, you know. And cash bail also works to where, like, a rich guy does the same crime as a poor person, they can get out of jail just because they paid the cash bail,
Right.
you know. So it causes a discrepancy there, and elevates class barriers or whatever, increases class barriers.
Let's say like somebody who genuinely can't afford food and like steals like a can of soup, you know, obviously they're not going to be able to afford cash bail. So I think it definitely makes sense to get rid of that, because having it in place, it just isn't logical to expect them to pay that, and it's just keeping them there for longer.
Mm-hmm. So I have 2 points of research. My first one, I don't have a source for. I'm sorry. I was reading articles earlier and I saw it, but I didn't cite it. But it's the gist of it was that people stay in jail for too long. It's kind of common sense. People stay in jail for too long. You know, poor people, they're living paycheck to paycheck, and then they go to jail for whatever reason, and they lose the resources that would help them stay out of jail and stop them from contributing to society, because they are living paycheck to paycheck. And then my other one is that in 2020 and 2021, 56% of arrests would have been non-detainable with the new laws. And that was from Loyola University of Chicago Center for Criminal Justice. So that means that over half of the arrests that were done in 2020 and 2021, the police would just have to let them go.
Yeah, I mean, again, growing up in Chicago, there is, crime is insane there, but there's like break-ins and all, theft all the time. So 56 is, obviously it is more than half of the population, or of the arrests.
Mm-hmm.
So that's insane. That is insane.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
I'm intrigued, definitely.
I am too. I'm curious to see what the outlook, what the end result will be.
I saw a quote also that said that they're trying to rely on the Supreme Court a lot too, to kind of give them direction to see if it's unconstitutional, constitutional,
Yeah.
add other steps and stuff. Because the issue of cash bail has been critiqued for a long time.
Yep.
Because rich people, they get out of it so easily. But yeah, I'm interested to see if it will go to the Supreme Court, if that's a big Supreme Court case in the future. All right, guys, thank you all so much for coming on today. I really appreciate your all's time.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Your all's perspective.
Thank you.
Stay best friends and bonding.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All right, outro song.